This individual who came with weapons and ammunition to stop a law enforcement operation of federal law enforcement officers committed an act of domestic terrorism. That's the facts.
Okay, let's have a look at these facts then, shall we? Alex Pretty was exercising his right to protest, which is allowed, whilst holding a phone, which is allowed. Now, while he did have a gun on him, which is allowed, he wasn't brandishing the gun, gesturing towards the gun, displaying the gun threateningly, or really engaging in any kind of threatening behavior at all. Also, the gun was on his hip and under his jacket, so at the point where this violently escalated, the ICE officers didn't know about the gun yet. So using it to explain why the violence escalated is, what's the word? It's a lie. It's a big lie. Now, this is the point where the violence escalated. This guy pushes this lady to the ground, then Alex steps in front of her protectively, then turns to help her up, seemingly not that bothered by the fact that he's being pepper sprayed in the face the whole time, which is kind of badass, actually. He also reportedly took the time to ask her if she was alright. The ICE officers then worked together to wrestle him to the ground, which apparently for them is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 7-man job. Which explains why they need such a big budget, right? If it takes 7 people to do that. Now, from here on, we're gonna keep our eyes mostly on this guy, because this is the the brave, heroic agent doing his duty. Now, Officer Duty over here starts out holding pepper spray, then he leans in to see what's going on. Now, what he sees is a gun on the hip of a man being restrained by like 5 men at once, with his colleague's hand securely on the gun. This is before he even draws the gun, right? He's still holding pepper spray. Now, when he leans in and sees the gun, he decides to abandon the pepper spray. Here, he draws his own weapon whilst his colleague removes the gun, disarming Alex. That seems important, right? He watches Alex be disarmed before repositioning himself to take the shot. It looks like he takes 3 or 4 shots initially, and then he repositions himself again, and him and his colleagues shoot Alex about 6 or 7 more times as he lays already dead in the street. Very heroically doing their duty, of course. Is anybody still not clear as to exactly how bad this is and what's going on here? I want to make it clear to people, like, you do know you don't have to become a Democrat to have a problem with this, right? That they came out right away without conducting any kind of investigation and just immediately declared this man a domestic terrorist. The fact that the nameless, faceless feds in question reportedly illegally removed evidence, illegally detained witnesses, and left the scene unsecure, basically ensuring that a proper investigation cannot occur. And again, there is no evidence anywhere that this man committed any kind of violent act or had any kind of intention to. Essentially, they're asking you to believe that the violent act in question was the act of bringing a legally registered gun to a protest. What you're being told there is the combination of exercising your right to assembly and exercising your right to bear arms is an act of domestic terrorism.